help? Did we help?
Checking he's okay.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going out to do a run. I don't know if you guys want to join. I mean, we probably just came back, but we just showered and about to head out.
Yeah, we just hit it. It's pretty wet, dude. Just be safe, buddy.
Yep, will do. I'll let you know how it goes. See you later. Bye. So there it is, north 129. We are hitting up on the Dragon. Length restriction is 30 feet. And let's give it hell, guys. Gonna work on our braking post a little earlier than usual just to be safe. These hairpins do go wet. I don't want to wash out too wide. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Saw some Mopar people. Search up a little bit. It's getting closer. I did hear it was pretty busy all day, but hopefully the rain scares some folks off. We're just gonna take it at a gingerly and nice pace. Well, welcome to Tennessee, guys. Ah, the nice people. Yeah, immediately goes way smoother, and I feel like there's marginally more grip than what we had before, but even then, I'm so scared of pushing wide. So we're gonna really brake close to this hair. Okay. That guy's moving.
Yeah.
A lot of people are. I mean, you guys know they always say never cross the double yellow. My car makes it big is no excuse, but I just gotta work on proper placement and really hug that white line. Seems like we're catching our first victim here. Oh, thank you. Keep going here. So I haven't driven the Dragon since I've driven in your car. So we'll see how it compares, but as I've been driving with everything else today, you can just tell how it goes, with just how much weight it has, and with the switchbacks. One thing I do appreciate, of course, is the power and torque it has on delivery. It's just so easy to rocket and shoot out of turns. I do always say that this car drives a lot smaller than it is. It feels very tight, especially with my alignment and everything set up. It just seems to do exactly what I wanted and somewhat very neutral. With this setup, my OEM one with the 9.5 in the front of the 275, in the rear we have 10.5 with the 285. It does a great job of just keeping stability all around the car. The front is very direct and light. Since it's stagger with the reducing the front, it's definitely more understeer bias. But overall, I feel like it is a very well-suited characteristic for this chassis. Helps with the tower down, it helps it rotate very nice in these turns. As we see here, we have not been catching up with too much traffic, if anything. I'm not sure how many people are going out. I did see a group of bikers before, and overall, just having a good time and enjoying this. It's just so, these roads are just so nice. They've recently repaved it, which is why it's like this. Fresh, nice black tarmac. So we're just gonna keep enjoying what we have here. So I'll be fine, just enjoy some driving.
So nicely cambered that even in the rain, you know, you can see
It
it
just settles in, right? That's another thing with this course. Like, they built it with this in mind. Like, everything just, if your car is set up right, you just feel you do everything you kind of set it up to be. It just feels so natural as it's pushing through these turns. I see here the bank is pushed up, so as we're digging in, all of our tires getting all the grip we need to really rotate in this corner and then also have enough to power out. Look at that. Beautiful. These tires, the Pilot Sport All Season 4 is doing a great job putting power down. Of course, I'm not flat footing it, but overall, it's doing a nice job with just being consistent and overall. Right now, our pressures are around 30, 31. Before, we were cooking them really hard in the heat. It was around 90 degrees, and I got them about 38, 37, which was making it a little bit squeamish. But overall, with my alignment and everything, noticing the wear marks, it seems to be pretty even. I know with the toe in the rear, it helps keep the rear end planted. It is chewing them up a little bit. Wear-wise, I don't think these actually wear that fast and that long, but for the performance they're giving me and what I need for right now, I really don't mind. As you see here in the forward where you want to plant yourself in. Always over brake. It's never worth trying to get a little bit more speed for things because it will bite you and it will bite you really bad. We have a dip here. I'm not sure if this is the Gravity Canyon. I think it is. But we're on the other side of it, so that's why. But like I said, this is just driving bliss, driving heaven. Really just do what you want with your car. It's not about straight line speed here. It's all about how you have your chassis and car set up for these turns. And it can really make or break how a car drives if you can figure out lowest efficiencies. What do you think, Henry?
Yeah, I think this car's pretty stable even in the rain. The tires are great. As long as you're smooth, we're good.
Yeah. Feels like a completely different road than the wet.
Yeah.
Just based on speed. Like you just kind of, I'm not saying I'm memorizing things differently, but I guess it just comes so fast, it just feels all like a blur. But it feels great. I'm gonna stay in second here because pushing into third is kind of useless. We're just gonna keep coasting it because I don't want to have to keep working on braking all that much. Yeah, we've not seen anyone else. I guess it really did scare everybody off. I can't blame them. I mean, I'm a silly goose, but I want to say I drove the Dragon in the rain, so. Not everyone can say they've done that and survived. But I can't say anything yet because we still have a little ways to go, and of course you have to come back, so we'll see. But yeah, I love this car. Dynamically does everything I asked for it. I know it's not the most responsive, engaging car, but it just does what you need. No questions asked, and yeah, it's just such a good package. I love these little elevation switchbacks. They're so cool. Yeah, these guys look scary. You gas too early. Yeah, just freaking Moto's crazy. Hairpin there. I'm sure the white paint is pretty slippery. I can't imagine that being grippy. I'd rather do that than stay on the yellow at all by all means necessary. Yeah, I mean, I'm learning how like just taking off gas or brake just lets the car's nose like turn in so much more. You have so much grip to really work with. And even with trail braking that I've been working on with this trip, like there's so much you can do with the car. It's crazy. You can just point it with the front, aim it, shoot it.
We already passed that trail that we came on. And that's a new car because that car was.
Seems like we were on another frequency with another group. It just seems to happen. We got our first straggler here. Looked like it was a Honda Fit before that was going. Thank you. Appreciate that. Keep going. That's always much appreciated. We were on other roads today. I understand we have to share the road, but it's kind of frustrating. But we just want to go fly, especially in the drive. But you know, it's everyone's right to share the road. We're just here to have a good time and keep pushing on. But this road is kind of a game of attrition, war of attrition. It just keeps going and going, and you just get into a locked focus, like locked in state, and you just keep making it work, man. Just keep making it work. You you guys haven't gone to the Tail of the Dragon, I highly recommend it. I mean, there's just no other roads like this that I know of in America. This well kept with such a, I would say, positive community. Like even the police and stuff. Like, I mean, they can still give you a bad day, but you can go out here and have a pretty good time. Just make sure you're abiding by the rules that are, you know, kind of the unspoken ones, and you should have a really good time. Yeah, we had the privilege the first time we went out. The weather was pretty much perfect. Like you could just do whatever you want with the car, and you'll take it with a smile on the face. So even with a day like this, as nice as it gets a variety of flavor, really get to appreciate what it all has to offer. I usually drive the part with my gloves, and this time I'm not. Typically, oh fuck! Did we help? Did we help?
Checking he's okay.
Yeah. Shit. Someone crashed.
Yeah.
Fuck. I can't see the back of my car. I don't know.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, bro. I tried to. A car was coming on that way, and I tried to dodge it, so I ended up over here.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for the trooper to come.
You okay though?
So just let him know if you see him that I'm on this side.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right.
No problem, man. All right.
luck, man.
Be safe.
No, be safe, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you don't
I
wanna
called
see-
it. Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta really know your limit and stay in it. Like that could have been so bad. I've never seen a crash like that. That's crazy. I called it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm out here asking for trouble, but that's just so. I mean, it could have been so bad. If you're on the other way and you fucking like look, I don't know if you guys can even see, but it is like drop off to ravine. Like when they say people die, you die. So, this is an amazing and beautiful road, but yeah, you have to respect it. Because it'll bite you. I mean, we just saw an example right there. So, I hope. I mean, he seemed fine. Modern cars now are so safe. Like you gotta really mess up, but still, like. 100%. He looked so guilty on his face. He was like, "Yeah, I dodged the car." I'm like, "Nah, bro, you just plowed straight in the right."
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like these tires, if I had the 200 on, I would not be playing this game. These are pretty much built for this type of ideal condition in their eyes, with the sights it has, with the weather rating and everything. So I feel comfortable pushing with it and everything. But that is just—it's never fun to see. Never fun to see. I hope on camera we're gonna see him. I'm not gonna put it in his face and try to put him on tailgate, whatever. But damn, that looked like it just happened too.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, fuck.
That sucks.
Well, it's rough because now it's gonna stop the fun for a lot of other people. That truck will go pretty wide, but we'll probably see it on the way back. So we're gonna have to remember. I don't even know how I'm gonna remember where it is, but hopefully by the time we go through, the trooper is there helping him out. But it's such a bad time. So now what? A tow truck has to come out and go try to
Try to yank them out. Yeah.
See, I bought my tow hooks, but I'm not trying to use them. That's a trooper. Yeah. Yeah, he's going. Yep. Well, he's got bigger fish to fry, so hopefully we're okay. I'm the only idiot here doing this, but we got our own private track in a way. I know a lot of people are scared of rain, but there's something so kind of therapeutic about it. Racing in the rain is so beautiful. It's like, it's such a dance of being delicate, because you really gotta kind of have a sense of know what you're doing, play at a right limit, because you see, it's very easy to have a bad day.
You know, there's a saying, rain is the great equalizer.
Yes, rain is the great equalizer. And I recommend you guys, I mean, I know not everyone wants a rainy track day, but don't let it discourage you for going out and learning really how to drive the car. I had my day at New Jersey Motorsports Park, Thunderbolt. The first couple sessions were like torrential downpour. It was horrible. And I was all over the place trying to figure out the car. But once you kind of get the knack, I mean, every car is different, but just being really, oh, it's really foggy. Really understanding your throttle, how to make sure your hand and wheel are in the proper metrics and area before you're actually putting on throttle. It's a bunch of things that you just naturally just get attuned to, and you start working on it. Like even now, I'm talking and driving. I mean, if I was going at a much faster pace, I need more focus. But it's you just start getting that skill. It's just like muscle memory of what to do, what not to do, what feels right. right? When the car talks to you, no, you're not really always listening. So this is a little spooky. It's we're definitely probably at that elevation point where we're in the clouds towards the fog. See, we got a scenic overlook. We got people here. It's nice. Jeep gang. So we're kind of by the end, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So wow, we I want to say, I think I can say earlier now that we survived our first. At this pace, I mean, it's still tons of fun. That's the thing. You don't have to go balls to the wall, go crazy. I know in the dry you can get away with a lot more, but just playing around with the car's dynamics, like I'm still learning and practicing an Oregon craft here. It's just so much fun. Like I love driving. I really wish people spent more time being better at driving. You know, so many people buy cars and just don't know how to drive them and end up crashing them, or you just don't get the potential or use out of it. I think it's a real shame how engineers put so much time, money, heart, soul, even though, you know, my dad's like, they're all made by bean counters, which is true. But there is some guys, mad scientists out there making these guys, and, you know, when you're out there doing what they are really capable of doing, I'm sure they're smiling somewhere. So, we're going to get to the end here, do the UA and come back. I'm probably not going to record that portion, just focus on the drive. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please let me know. If you've been to the Taylor Dragon, let me know down below. If you have any crazy stories you want to share with me or anyone down there, I do read all the comments, so looking forward to that conversation. But again, if you guys have anything else or enjoy this stuff, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Ryan Feroz Moto, my friend Henry Tran here, and I will catch you all in the next one. Stay frosty, stay awesome.